Most people know Roger Federer for what he did on the court. Very few understand how he built his wealth off it. This is the athlete capital. In early 2018, the unthinkable happened. Nike, the brand that had been synonymous with Roger Federer for 24 years, decided he was no longer worth the investment. They offered him a massive pay cut, assuming the aging legend had nowhere else to go. They were wrong. Federer didn't just walk away. He executed a pivot so cold and so calculated that it changed the math of athlete endorsements forever. He traded a swoosh for a gamble on a tiny Swiss company that made shoes out of garden hoses. This is how Roger Federer turned a corporate rejection into a $600 million payday. The breakup was messy. Nike owned the RF logo, they owned the apparel, and they owned the history. But Federer's agent, Tony Godsick, noticed a critical loophole. Nike wanted to pay Federer as an aging ambassador. Federer wanted to be paid as a global icon. He signed a massive $300 million deal with Uniqlo. It was a decade-long guarantee that would pay him well into his 40s, retirement or not. But there was one strategic omission in that contract. Uniqlo didn't make performance sneakers. This left the world's most elegant athlete as a free agent for his feet. Instead of signing with Adidas or Reebok, Federer looked locally. Just minutes from his home in Zurich, a startup called On Holding was tinkering with a strange new technology. Their founder, a former Ironman champion, had literally glued pieces of rubber garden hose to the soles of his shoes to create a cloud-like landing. Federer didn't just want a check from them. In 2019, he did the one thing Nike would never have allowed. He became a co-entrepreneur. He invested an estimated $50 million of his own money into the company. He wasn't just a face, he was a financier. He spent days in the On Lab, working on a sneaker that bridged the gap between elite performance and high street fashion. When the company went public on the New York Stock Exchange in 2021, the market valuation skyrocketed to $11 billion. Federer's 3% stake was suddenly worth roughly $600 million. Think about that. In 24 years of winning Grand Slams and grueling matches, Federer earned $131 million in prize money. In a single afternoon on Wall Street, he made nearly 5 times that amount. He proved that when a brand tries to devalue you, you don't find a new sponsor, you find a seat at the table. The lesson is always the same. Don't just play the game, own it. At the Athlete Capital, we believe that true wealth isn't about the salary you earn. It's about the assets you build. Subscribe to the Athlete Capital as we continue to break down the money behind the game. We'll see you in the next one.